Carbon neutral or climate neutral, carbon dioxide or greenhouse gas. Using imprecise climate terms is a big problem. Larry Fink heads BlackRock, which is the world's largest fund manager with $8.7 trillion in assets. In his annual letter to CEOs, he has made acting on climate change the central theme for 2 years in a row. That's a big deal, and it will increase the pressure on companies to act. But, like many others, he has also muddled up climate terms. For example, he treats carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases interchangeably. In reality, carbon dioxide is only about 3/4 of the problem. Other greenhouse gases like methane, nitrous oxide, and halocarbons contribute to the rest. In some economic sectors, such as agriculture or oil and gas, these other greenhouse gases can be a bigger problem than carbon dioxide. Crucially, the solutions to reduce carbon dioxide are different from those needed to reduce emissions of other greenhouse gases. That's why it's important to be precise when setting out climate goals. Take another example. In September, Chinese leader Xi Jinping surprised the world by announcing that China will reach carbon neutrality before 2060. The world cheered. China is the world's largest contributor to global emissions, and it had just set one of the most ambitious goals. And yet, the use of carbon neutrality left scientists baffled. If it meant only reducing carbon dioxide emissions, that wouldn't be enough. If China's non-carbon dioxide emissions were a country, it would instantly become the world's 7th largest emitter. Some European leaders have started to use the term climate neutrality instead. That is better, but the more precise terms to use are net zero greenhouse gases or net zero carbon dioxide. Many people use carbon as a shorthand for all greenhouse gases. That might be okay in everyday conversation, but it's important to be precise in more formal speeches or documents. That's because the use of imprecise terms has consequences. Companies act on the advice of governments and investors when they make their climate plans. If there's any room for interpretation, then the outcome may not be what governments and investors were seeking in the first place. With climate goals only a few decades away, there's not much room for error. This is Net Zero. I'm Akshat Rathi. Follow us on QuickTake and Bloomberg.